Hey, this is Victoria here to give you the lowdown on what is happening with our podcast. Influence to Death will always have 2 free episodes per month. The same accurate, research based, hopefully practical and not too irreverent information that you're used to. But we are also going to start having 1 episode per month for paid subscribers. So that is what this episode is. You'll have a little bit of a preview of this episode, but if you'd like to hear the full information on detox that Amanda and Hannah and I discuss, you can become a subscriber. So for just $5 a month, you can support us. The money literally goes straight into our pockets, helps us have more time to do the research needed for each episode. And then each month you will get a special episode just for paid subscribers. So if you don't want to subscribe, we still love you. Thank you so much for listening. But if you want to, you get an extra 3rd episode every month. So enjoy this preview. And if you are a paid subscriber, let us know what you think about the full episode in the comments.
Welcome to Influence to Death, your guide for navigating the wild world of wellness influencing.
So we are back with part 2 of Detox with Amanda Jones. And I just went ahead and press record because we're having a little podcast conversation. And Amanda remembered the term for the long, ropey expulsions that come out of you when you do a detox, and it's mucoid plaque. So we're kicking off our episode with that and the new screen sharing feature that we've just discovered on Riverside.
Welcome to Influence to Death, your guide to surviving the wild world of wellness influencing.
Anna, are you okay? Should I stop sharing my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, that is a mucoid plaque. So,
thank you.
Amanda, do you want to describe what that is, and we'll get started?
Yeah, so I had brought them up in our last session because my mom used to do the master cleanse every year, twice a year for 11 days when I was growing up. And she would have these bowel movements after several days of not eating. But what she was doing is she was drinking gobs and gobs of psyllium husk. That is part of that protocol. And she would have these movements that were like ropes. I mean, 3 feet long, hard, have to like get assistance to get them out all the way type of things. These
Whoa.
So, there's a huge part of the internet and people, offering, what is the colon flesh? I'm blanking on the term this morning.
Colonics? Or
yes, thank you. Colonics that, post these images of these mucoid plaques that they get out with the idea that we're all walking around with this, pounds of toxic burden worth of poop plaqued, coated to our intestinal walls. But then if you go and talk to the world of gastroenterology, there are these surgeons and, and enterologists who have been like, I have gone through like thousands of intestines with cameras. I have done biopsies. I have cut them open, and I have never in my long career ever encountered one of these mucoid plaques. There's, all we do is give somebody a laxative, and within 24 to 72 hours, the intestinal wall is basically completely bare and visible, and the colon is emptied, unless there is like an actual intestinal obstruction, which is a different story. So anyway, it was just kind of following up on the kind of wild dichotomy between, what reality is out there on the internet between detox enthusiasts and Western medical analysis of these things.
Yeah. So when you if you were in like a Reddit group or whatever where people share stuff like this, you'd probably see pictures of these mucoid plaques and people would be like, look what was in my intestines. But it was just the psyllium husks.
Just to remind people, this is what we're talking about.
I mean, that looks like
Hannah, close your eyes.
I think that one probably has some charcoal and chlorella.
Yeah.
It looks chlorella-y. It sure does.
Which I've seen that rhetoric, your colon is filled with pounds of putrefying materials and once you do these cleanses, you'll see all the stuff that it's like you're like, oh my God, I got to get this out of my body.
Click.
Wasn't John
I'll do
Wayne
it.
the one who was like famously when he died, they said he had like pounds and pounds and pounds of like compacted fecal matter inside of him?
Now that can happen.
It
Like
can.